It's November 12th, 1996. A day that would start like any other but end in a way that no one could have ever imagined. High above a small village in India called Charkhi Dadri, the sky is a beautiful blue. The air is crisp and the sun shines brightly, casting a warm glow over the landscape. The villagers go about their daily routines, unaware of the impending disaster. It's a Tuesday and everything seems normal. Children are playing in the fields, farmers are tending to their crops, and shopkeepers are opening their stores. The village is alive with the sounds of everyday life, but soon something terrible will happen, something that people will never forget. The clear sky will become a stage for a tragic event that will leave a lasting impact on everyone who witnesses it. Two airplanes high in the sky are about to crash. One plane is a Saudi Boeing 747, a giant plane carrying hundreds of people. It is a massive aircraft, a marvel of modern engineering, designed to transport passengers across vast distances. The other plane is smaller, an Ilyushin Il-76 cargo plane from Kazakhstan Airlines carrying cargo. This plane, though not as large as the Boeing 747, is equally important, transporting goods that are vital for various industries. Both planes are following their flight plans, not knowing what's about to happen. The pilots are focused on their instruments, communicating with air traffic control and ensuring that their flights are on schedule. As the sun starts to set, these two planes are flying toward a terrible accident. The sky, which was once clear and blue, now takes on a golden hue as the day transitions into evening. No one on the ground knows what's about to happen. The villagers continue with their activities, oblivious to the danger looming above them. The serene evening is about to be shattered by a catastrophic event. Up in the sky, a tragedy is about to happen because of miscommunication, mistakes, and just bad luck. The air traffic controllers are doing their best to manage the busy airspace, but a series of unfortunate events is about to unfold. The collision will be a stark reminder of the fragility of human life and the importance of vigilance in the skies. Let's learn about the planes that were involved in one of the most tragic mid-air collisions in aviation history. This incident not only shocked the world but also led to significant changes in air traffic control protocols and aviation safety measures. First, we have Saudi Flight 763, a Boeing 747, also called a jumbo jet. This aircraft was a marvel of engineering, known for its size and capacity. It was a symbol of modern aviation, capable of carrying hundreds of passengers across continents with ease. On this particular flight, the cabin was full of travelers returning home from Mecca, a very special place for their religion. The atmosphere was a mix of exhaustion and contentment, as many had just completed their pilgrimage, a journey of immense spiritual significance. The pilots, seasoned veterans of the skies, were looking forward to a break in Delhi. They had flown countless hours and were well versed in handling the complexities of a Boeing 747. Their experience was a source of comfort for the passengers who trusted them to navigate the skies safely. Our second plane is a cargo plane, Kazakhstan Airlines Flight 1907. Unlike the passenger-filled Boeing, this flight was primarily focused on transporting goods. Cargo planes play a crucial role in global trade, moving everything from electronics to perishables across vast distances. It's an Ilyushin Il-76, a robust and reliable aircraft designed for heavy lifting. On board was a small crew, each member trained to handle the unique challenges of cargo transport. They were a tight-knit team, accustomed to working together under various conditions. These pilots were used to flying old Russian planes and were focused on their jobs. The Ilyushin Il-76, with its rugged design, was a familiar environment for them. They had navigated through numerous flights, each one adding to their wealth of experience. Little did they know this flight would be their last. The crew, dedicated and professional, had no inkling of the tragedy that awaited them. Their focus was on the task at hand, ensuring the safe delivery of their cargo. The Ilyushin Flight 1907 was instructed to descend to 15,000 feet. This altitude adjustment was a routine part of their flight plan, a standard procedure to ensure safe passage through the busy airspace. This is a very important part of flying, and the pilots need to listen carefully to air traffic control. The controllers, stationed in the tower, were responsible for managing the flow of aircraft, ensuring that each plane maintained a safe distance from others. Meanwhile, the Boeing Flight 763 was climbing higher following its instructions. The ascent was smooth, and the pilots were in constant communication with air traffic control, receiving updates and adjustments to their flight path. No one knew yet that these two planes, which were safe a few minutes ago, were now on a path to crash into each other. The skies, vast and seemingly endless, were about to witness a catastrophic event. The radar screens, with their blinking blips, held the first signs of impending disaster. The sky above Charkhi Dadri was about to become a place of fire and sadness. The collision, when it happened, would leave a lasting impact on the aviation community and the families of those on board. It was a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of vigilance in the skies. Talking between planes and the ground is super important. It's the lifeline that keeps the skies safe, ensuring that every aircraft knows exactly where it should be and what it should be doing. This communication is a complex dance of instructions, confirmations, and constant vigilance. Air traffic controllers and pilots must work in perfect harmony, understanding each other clearly and responding promptly. But what happens when this communication breaks down? When the words spoken are not understood or, worse, misinterpreted, the consequences can be dire, and the skies can quickly turn from a place of order to one of chaos. But something is about to go wrong. In the high-stakes environment of air traffic control, even a small mistake can lead to catastrophic outcomes. The controllers are trained to handle immense pressure, but they are only human. Fatigue, stress, and the sheer volume of traffic can sometimes lead to errors. And today, an error is brewing in the skies above. Air traffic control is busy and talking to the Kazakh pilots in Russian, their language. This is standard practice, as communicating in a pilot's native language can often prevent misunderstandings. However, the airwaves are crowded and the controllers are juggling multiple conversations. The Kazakh pilots, flying a commercial jet, are trying to follow the instructions given to them, but the message is not as clear as it should be. But the instructions aren't clear. The pilots are trying to make sense of the directions, but there's a crucial piece of information that's missing or misunderstood. Maybe it's the noise in the cockpit, or perhaps the pilots are simply too tired to process the information correctly. Fatigue is a common issue in aviation, affecting both pilots and controllers. Long hours and the constant need for vigilance can wear anyone down. Maybe because they're tired or don't understand, the Kazakh pilots make a mistake. They believe they have been instructed to descend, but the altitude they are aiming for is not the one intended by the controllers. This miscommunication sets off a chain of events that will soon lead to disaster. They think they need to go down to 14,500 feet. This altitude is dangerously close to the flight path of another aircraft, a Saudi 747, which is climbing to its assigned altitude. The Kazakh pilots, unaware of the impending danger, begin their descent, trusting that they are following the correct instructions. This mistake will be very dangerous. The air traffic controllers, busy with other aircraft, do not immediately notice the error. The skies are a busy place, and controllers must constantly shift their focus from one plane to another. By the time they realize the mistake, it may be too late to correct it. The Saudi 747 doesn't know about this confusion and keeps climbing. The pilots of the Saudi flight are following their own set of instructions, unaware that another aircraft is descending into their path. They trust that the air traffic controllers are keeping the skies safe, but the unfolding situation is beyond their control. Both planes are now flying towards each other very fast, over 1,000 miles per hour. At these speeds, even a small mistake can have devastating consequences. The pilots have only seconds to react if they become aware of the danger, but right now they are flying blind, trusting in the system that is supposed to protect them. The pilots don't know about the danger and think they are flying at the right height. They are focused on their instruments, maintaining their assigned altitudes and following their flight plans. The skies seem calm and routine, but beneath this calm surface, A disaster is brewing. Down on the ground, people in the village of Charkhi Dadri are doing everyday things. Kids are playing, farmers are working, and life goes on as usual. The villagers are unaware of the drama unfolding thousands of feet above them. They are focused on their daily routines, blissfully ignorant of the impending tragedy. And families are making dinner. The smell of home-cooked meals fills the air, and the sounds of laughter and conversation create a peaceful backdrop. It's a typical evening in the village, with everyone going about their lives, unaware that their world is about to change forever. The beautiful sunset hides the terrible thing that's about to happen. The sky is painted with hues of orange and pink, a serene and beautiful sight. But behind this beauty lies a hidden danger, a collision course that will soon bring devastation to the village below. The calm before the storm is deceptive, and the villagers have no idea that their lives are about to be shattered by a tragedy in the clouds. The Ilyushin, flying too low, keeps going down towards the Saudi 747. Air traffic control doesn't know about the mistake and hasn't noticed the problem yet. Inside the Saudi 747, everything seems fine. The pilots are relaxed and talking, not knowing about the danger. Suddenly, a loud alarm goes off, warning them that they are too close to the ground. Both planes now know about the danger and try to move out of the way. They pull up hard, but it's too late. At 6:04 p.m. local time, the planes crash. The Ilyushin hits the Saudi 747's wing and tail. The crash is terrible.